Hello folks, and welcome to another 10-minute modular here on Talking Rackheads. Today I'm going to talk about the New York Echo by NyEcho. Of course, it might also be the NyEcho.
Who are you?
We are the knights who say Ni.
No, not the knights who say Ni.
No, that would just be silly. Okay, so what is the New York Echo? This basically mimics a tape echo machine. Now, whatever comes into the input, imagine that this circular loop here is actually a disc with recording magnetic tape on the outside. And so this is the record head. Basically, whatever comes into the input gets recorded here, and then each of these are playback heads. And we can mimic moving these heads closer or further away from the record head by moving the millisecond knob. So first of all, let's see what I have coming in. All right, we have a little sequence here. It's being recorded on this tape, and notice that none of the tape heads are on. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn tape head 1 on. And you can hear a slapback echo because I only have 43 milliseconds. What if I extend that? Yeah, right around 60 milliseconds we start hearing it as a separate echo. And that's kind of cool that in that range, if we move the echo, we get a chorus. But that's not what this does, because that knob is not, we can't modulate that. But what if we add a second tape return? You hear a couple of those slapback echoes. What if we move way out here and add another return? Well, we're getting 3 echoes. What if those echoes are too fast? Well, we could turn this disc, turn the speed down. Which gives us some really interesting rhythms. Now I want to show you something. We have an erase head up here. Let me turn these off to make it a little easier to hear. Okay, hear that echo? Let's turn the echo off. And I'll turn one of these echoes on. You hear how we have multiple echoes? It's bump, 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 bump. They're getting fainter and fainter. If I turn the erase head on, we will get exactly 1 echo. Or if I turn this off, basically what's happening is that the signal's getting weak as it goes around, as it's being read, and it's being recorded on top of, so it kind of loses the original signal, but we'll get, here, we'll get these tails. And by using magnetization and swell, I can go into really insane levels of feedback. Of course, if I want real insanity, all I have to do is move warps a little bit. But that's another episode. So let's turn the erase head back on. So we get back to just a single echo. Well, what this means is we could actually set up some timing. So let's slow this down a little bit. And I'm going to try to set the tap tempo here with this trigger. Now it says there's a button here, but I haven't had much luck making that tap tempo work. So I'm going to put a button trigger on it. Click, 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 click. Okay. Okay, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get a dotted eighth note echo. So what I need is a much slower echo. Okay, so if 200 milliseconds is essentially double, then I think 600 milliseconds is about what I want. So I want to slow this down until I get about 600. And what I'm doing is I'm looking right here and I'm trying to adjust this with the control key down to get very fine adjustments. That's going to be pretty close. I'm hoping that this echo will come in 1.5 beats late. There we go. So we can set up these really interesting patterns. What if I, let's see, 300. Let's set this about 300, about half of that. Of course, because we have trigger inputs, we could toggle them on and off. Let's toggle both those echoes on and off. We can put a button here that turns that erase on and off. We also have tap in and tap out. Okay, we were talking about tap tempo earlier, where I was trying to set a tempo by putting a trigger here and tapping my timing and setting it up. And it turned out it wound up just being easier to play with it by hand. That's not what this tap out. It doesn't mean I'm literally tapping something on an input or output. What it means is that instead of having this input come in at this record head or record head, I have it come in at a different record head. So let's say this output from this VCO, I'm going to have it come in here. I'm going to turn it way down. And as I turn it up, you're going to hear that this voice is going to be coming in at the point of the first echo. Now if I was to put this, say, on 2, nothing's coming through until I turn the echo on. And what's interesting is since it's coming in, it's being echoed here and also echoed here. Okay, so what do the outputs do? Well, just what you would think. Since tap in is say, let's insert a signal at a record head or a play head. Let's tap it out. So let's take the signal out of tap 6, put it through a chorus and reverb. So we're literally pulling it out here this output is the merge of all of the outputs. Well, folks, I hope that gives you an idea of how the NyEcho works to some extent. And that's it for 10-Minute Modular today. Thanks for listening to Talkin' Rackheads. Thanks for coming over and visiting at Modular Curiosity. And all right, Nigel, it's back to you, buddy. Take it away.